I have generated over 3 million views with Cheeky Crypto, and here we can see some of the examples. And today I'm going to show you my entire creation process and my thinking process on how to create thumbnails that basically performs absolutely crazy, giving us around 6-7 outliers on 10 videos. Let's head straight into it. Before we start making our thumbnail, let's take a look at the titles we have created. I realized XRP's 10 times secret, and basically we are going to play around this 10 times secret. What if XRP really does 10 times? Is XRP 10 times inevitable? So let's go and find our inspiration on YouTube. I like to start with Mark Tilbury, for example. And here are multiple formats for the thumbnails that are simply working. I'm going to look at those with the best outlier scores and basically those that I can actually imply to our niche that can guarantee views based on the data we know and we analyzed on Cheeky Crypto channel with the creator of it. Now, once we have our idea in the mind, let's add our character. And for example, before we start doing anything, let's go into fill camera option. Let's adjust the contrast, decrease the highlights, increase shadows, do the settings something like I do. We can also try increase a little bit curve so it's a little bit brighter. At the end of the day, you gotta experiment on your own. Every photo will be different. Here I like to also add a little bit of the texture, and maybe let's dehaze this because it's very flat. Yes, way better. Let's add a little bit sharpening only and we are good to go. This was before, this is after. Pretty insane change. Now let's actually change those teeth color and make them fully white. Now this is way better for a little bit glow and to make it less grayish and actually way more realistic. We're gonna duplicate, go on soft light, and then decrease the opacity on both layers so it's again a little bit more realistic. Now I think it looks good. I don't really like the brownish tones on the skin. It looks a little bit weird, so let's fix this. You can see the brownish yellowish tones. Let's change this by using curves on the same settings as I did, and now it looks already way better. Now we can also go add a little bit curves, negative curves, and paint it here where the shadows should be stronger, and I think we are good to go. For the background, I'm just going to use our background that I created and works actually pretty well on this channel. Actually one of the best backgrounds we ever did. We can actually play a little bit in the layer styles. I think I'll just leave it this time. Now let's type something like I did 10 times, which is the topic. We are actually repeating the titles, so maybe we can actually delay this and type like hidden truth, or actually go and type like this is real, so it plays with the title we have. Let's add maybe blue because we're gonna add yellow logo later. And now just do it something like this. And now because we want to emphasize that 10 times, so we're going to do such a crazy spike, right? Like this. And actually can change this a little bit, make it bigger like this. Okay, now we can change a little bit layout so our characters is in the center. Now let's add with the AI future his hand that he should have right here. Let's just generate. We gotta make this glow effect, so we are just going to add points on the copied layer. Now disable the stroke, enable the fill, go click layer mask on, go with the gradient black and white. We can do something like this, perfect. And now this is real, and for the text we are going to use maybe we can actually change the color to like or actually no, actually let's stay. Let's add a square below the text like this. The square is from the stroke only, so let's change this. Perfect. Now let's paste the layer style of the square we are using on the channel. It's not that important which one you're going to use, just the branding thing. Now we can also go copy this, change it to linear dodge, increase the Gaussian blur so it's quick glow, very easy to make. And now let's actually make this red because their logo is going to be red, so we can actually have blue in the background, which is going to emphasize the red up front. I think it's going to work pretty well with the focal points in all of this stuff. Okay, let's just make our logo because I don't really want this to be in the circle. All right, perfect. Let's create a square again. Let's create this on a red. Let's make this more round. Perfect. Let's make it bigger. Let's add the XRP logo above this. Let's paint these highlights above this, and let's add another layer with the shadow so it also looks a little bit like 3D. I don't know, like it's definitely more interesting. Yes. And now we can go right here and just copy this, or maybe let's actually change a little bit the format and let's do the text on two sides. So for example, this is, and it's going to be here. Yeah, it's going to be way better, I think. And now we can delete this one. We gotta delete also this black thing from our generative fill. Let's actually turn off this graph right now, enhance the reddish. Now let's add a little bit of a glow, and maybe we change completely the format and the thumbnail, but it's going to be way better, I think. And also I showed you way more, so it's better for the video purposes. Now we can also add a little bit glow on the top of it. Looks cool. The same is going to be here. And now for the highlights, we can actually add them. We can go and paint like this on top of this layer. Now also here, let's paint, why not, so it matches. Yeah, better. Now let's decrease opacity of the overlay. Let's decrease the opacity of this because we don't want this to be too bright. And now let's create a red layer, actually just new layer, and paint with red. Here we can just do it however we want to. It's just going to be changed here in the layer styles in the underlying layer. Make it something like this, and it looks actually pretty realistic. Let's now add this stronger glow and do the same here, or actually just keep it on the left. And now we have the focal point that is basically, and why this thumbnail works right now, it's like when we go here, let me just show you. Actually, let's choose a different color, blue. And now if we go here, the focal point is going basically to be like, we will be looking at the face first. Pretty simple, it's in the center. And now, because the character is looking with the eye on the left side, will naturally drawn into this side looking at the XRP logo. And the text is also just the context matter. This type of content is still mainly title based. It's not like other niches, it's mainly about the title. In other niches, most of the time we are mainly focusing on the thumbnail and providing the everything that is important for viewers to click. In this case, we are strongly looking at the title rather than on the thumbnail. Thumbnail is just a filler which is supposed to spark emotions, and this text is doing this very well, and I think we just did a very great job. Thank you.